happy to announce we are on pace to get to Heavensward by patch day, only doing on average 11 quests per day. If we just do Sundays, we will be done and all up to Heavensward and not at risk of losing any content by the patch time. So I am going to return to only doing Final Fantasy on Sundays, with a goal of getting at least 11 quests in. And then Wednesdays I will go back to playing other things, which will begin with me doing a vanilla no DLC Civ stream, so I can have it for my father to peruse and understand the game. Let me turn that off. Alright, so last time we were in game, we finished up Defenders of Eorzea. We defeated the Lord of Levin, and we helped out around Revenant's Toll, and Althano formed his Crystal Braves. And so now we begin patch 2.4, which, to stay on pace, we have to do at least 11 quests, which will take us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have to get through at least chasing Ivy. So that will be our goal. And so here we are, back sitting outside Revenant's Toll, because I couldn't save to pick up the next quest in the Rising Stones because that's not a sanctuary. But now we will head back in and start Traders in the Midst. And I would have picked it up before talking to all those people, so we'll talk to Ophelia first. And I did look ahead, and it does, like, I do have to clear Garuda and Titan hard in order to proceed. And as we'll see when we go out there, I can no longer get those quests from Papalymo and Y'shtola, even though Papalymo and Y'shtola, even though I was originally supposed to get them from Papalymo and Y'shtola when we were still down in the Waking Sands. But I think I will do all of that off stream because I don't want to make unnecessary trips to the Waking Sands. If we happen to go there this patch, I'll pick them up. But otherwise, I'll go do that off stream because we watched the Ifrit. We need to get the gist of it. We don't need to waste our time doing that. And let me walk forward. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Except for the fact that I've got these 2 quests where they call them back and I have to go kill them. But it's not really fitting with the storyline, so that's another reason why we just won't do it. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we might defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you know already. Let us speak of more current matters, in particular, the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Elfino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Yeah, because he knows he can boss me around, whereas he can't boss the Archons around, because he knows he's subservient to them. But for whatever reason, I go, yes, Elfino, sure, Elfino. I will carry your shit, Elfino. Would Thancred carry his shit? No. Thancred would tell him to carry his own shit. And then go off and flirt with the next girl over. Dispatch the first unit to Wildaw. The second and fourth are to stand by for further orders. From invoices to petitions to... It's a war, Gale! That desk in my front line, is my front line, and I fear I have been overrun! Running into a chair. How are the Domons doing? The Domons seem to be doing good. Many of my countrymen are skilled with bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the Braves' cause. I can only hope we can be of some small assistance. Condemn refugees to... Wait a minute, that's not right! What are you talking about? In which event we must guide them to Little El Amigo, else we condemn them to certain death. Ida, what did I just tell you? In traditional Domon cuisine, we strive for perfect balance, not only of flavor and texture, but also of nutrition. For a meal to be truly satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses. Yes, 'twould be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. We do that all the time. If Higiri and our more skilled culinarians worked closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes sure to satisfy Oresian and Domin alike. Hey, sexy. A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom a peerless beauty in her own right. Ah, the blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. You're flipping your dagger while watching them. Yep, I know what's going on here. Where have those younglings disappeared to? Making the most of their newfound freedom, no doubt. Those azure uniforms are really rather striking, but I think I shall remain a scion for the nonce. These walls have become my home, and the scions my family. Besides, I'm not sure blue is really my color. The green in my cassock brings out my eyes, just as Hori's breeches bring out the red in his. Look forward, never back. Devote yourself only to the present. This is what I've learned from the Domans. What is it, Gale? And do be concise. I'm rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. I think my mic's a little hot. Turn it down a bit. Okay. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Gale. Voice acted?
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Reborn of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Off to the Hall of Flames.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Reborn. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder,
I'm so
Gilbert
short.
and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
Don't mind the pale Midlander standing in your midst, with the giant axe.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
That's right. Give the pale
But
Midlander his
you,
due.
Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you were an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Reborn's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
A hunt for the ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levier. Okay. Off we go. Nope, wrong way. Back and forth. That's supposed to be spelled British or a play on words? Oh, people moved. But you're still saying the same thing. Thancred's no longer watching. So the Scions must be off somewhere, but everybody else seems to be in the same spot. The Archons have disappeared! We are returned from Uldar, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foreman with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing? But of course you are. Now, Aliane of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to the Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Oh, why does my chest hurt? I feel like I've been punched. And I do not need these things falling down all over the place. Come, Shadow, let us ride. Well, I'll ride, you carry me. Hang in there, Resh. We'll free you yet. Would you aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt. Warrior of Lights, now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Sure thing. Let me just nibble on some bread first, and then we can go. Don't mind me, just passing through. Hi guys! How have you been? No, I'm gonna have to read. Ugh, where am I? Resh! Thank the gods we found you. And thank you, warrior of light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with these wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once you are safely outside these walls. Okay, I'll go make a ruckus. That was a loud death sigh from that Lala. Next group. I have more ruckusing to make. Oh, you want to be a part of the ruckus too? Okay. Amok, 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 amok. One more group and that should do it. Everybody should be out. No, more! Ah. That's why I can hear Raken grunting as much as I do now, because I turn voices on things. Alright. On our way out. We have ruckused enough. Come on, Shadow, we leave. What are you attacking, Mud Puppy? Or are you the... You don't look like a fate. Okay, we'll kill this one. And then maybe we'll kill the other one too. 'Cause it's being kind of obnoxious. Alright, are we done? We have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Rush is safe, and we have suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levier. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Alright, and I shall follow anon. No, no more mud puppies. We're in gloom, right? Yep. Chill. Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Gale. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. I know you're circling me, Miss Buzzard. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Gale, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Coerthas. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of Fane by now. We shall depart as soon as you're ready. Nothing here for me. Nothing here from me. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Gale, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Ser Aramek, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Ser Aramek wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Coerthas. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. More harm can be done that way, too. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, you need some lovin's this morning, huh? A meeting with the Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Oh, hi there. Antecedent, I take it Gale has explained the situation? Nim, I can't see the screen. Come on, come over here. If you want loves, come over here. He has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. Damn. I'm trying to read the screen, please. I'm trying to read the screen, please, but your booty's in the way. Here, come over here. I'll pet you over here. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abelathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean Alliance, once again I have a cat in my way. Hi, baby. Hi. How you doing? Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 What's up? Members of the original Eorzean Alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the Alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Ma'am, why are you marking my camera and changing the angle? What is up, girl? What is up? What is up? Yeah. Hi. Hi, you. Yes. Yes. You just need some loves. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. Would you like some treats? Is that what you would like? Would you like some treats? On the fields of Cartanu, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why, naught. Surely this cannot be considered a step in the right direction. Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Gale. Our old friend Lord Hoshafont is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Were those yummy? Were those yummy? Yes, they were. To Dragonhead. Yes, they were. Hold on, you got something here in your eye. Let me get it. Let me get your sleeper. Oh, almost. Good girl. Good girl, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I must needs go down and talk to Hoshafont. Ah, Gale, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphino, an honor, as always. Likewise, Lord Hoshafont, forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Portant may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak have helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand. Sir Aramek arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. Don't worry, Gale's dressed for the climbs. We have been expecting you, sir. Pray, take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.